Okay, you followed the 14 steps I've been sharing with you in the past few episodes, and you have your amazing online course up and running. Or maybe you already have a product up and running. Now, how can you associate your product with others to make it stand out? Stay tuned and find out. Being an entrepreneur sounds like, yes, another new client. I did it. But it can also sound like, I am really not understanding this technology, and I'm feeling so overwhelmed. Am I even cut out for this? That's why I started the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast, to help infopreneurs, coaches, and course creators who want to build a business online, but are battling technology, overwhelm, procrastination, and even imposter syndrome. Think successfully, think differently, think bigger, and take action by learning tips from an array of business owners, all dropping knowledge on the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com. What is up? What the hell is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to another dose of online product marketing learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Brinkman. And as you know, or maybe if you're brand new here, I have been in the coaching, course creation, and online space since like the 90s. So yeah, I got a little experience under my belt, and yet here I am still learning. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to share with you what I have learned and what I am still learning about course creation, coaching, entrepreneurship, and more specifically, infopreneurship. So that begs the question, who are you? And to me, that, my friend, is infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur, and more specifically, an infopreneur, right? Or you're seeking a coaching and an online course model in business, or maybe you're just hoping to have that very, very soon. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, or just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, or business tips and results. Very important to get those results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. And that's why I'm here hitting you with this quick hit episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse Entrepreneur HQ as we dive deep into your infopreneur and course creation success with actionable advice, tips, and steps designed to help you level up your game, because as we already know, there are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps toward your goal every single day. So this morning I wanted to come at you with what I think is a really simple method to increase the apparent value of your product, of your course. We just spent a few episodes sharing the 14 steps about how you can create your course online. So be sure to go back those past few episodes and check those out if you haven't already listened to them. So now you've got that product ready to hit the market. You've got that course ready to roll out, and you want to increase the value of your product. Now you could go in there and dig in and add more value, or you can raise that value by association, right? You can place your product among some of the best in the business, and that will elevate your standing. You can make your product... Wow, my tongue tripped over my eye teeth, and I can't see what I'm saying. Anyway, you can make your product an instant mainstay simply by association. And I was thinking about this morning as I was putzing around about what I wanted to share with you this morning, and I sidelined the other idea, and I'll use it on a future episode. But I was watching with my wife the final episode of Goliath, which is this really cool lawyer show on Amazon Prime. It's one of those Amazon Prime originals. And it was the final episode, and there was this scene in I believe it was a restaurant/bar, maybe in the casino bar. And him and one of the other main characters were sitting there. I believe it was Frank. And they were sitting there chatting with each other. And obnoxiously large behind them was the Applebee's sign. Right, the restaurant Applebee's. And for those of you in the United States, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you overseas, is a very popular family-style restaurant with lots of American fare and reasonable prices and a pretty good atmosphere. I've eaten there quite a bit myself. And here's what I thought was really cool about this. Because I liked the show, I paused for a moment and was thinking, well, first I thought it was kind of an odd place to put an Applebee's sign. But because I liked the show, I started remembering how much I have liked Applebee's in the past. And it made me think this morning as I was getting ready to sit down here in front of the microphone and share with you, because I like the show, if I had not been to Applebee's before, right, I might associate my fondness for the show with Applebee's, which is why you see in so many of the popular movies and television shows, branding put out there on purpose. They pay for that, to put that there. So now here's what I want you to do. I want you to drop your brand together with other ideas, with other like businesses and like thought provokers out there. I can take this one step further, and there's a brand out there called Lara Bars. I like to eat Cliff Bars, actually. Holding up my here, one of my it's Cliff Kids. It's called a Z Bar, and one of my favorite flavors here is this iced oatmeal cookie. It's a very tasty little treat when you don't have food readily available and your tummy's going right. Yeah, crack open one of those bad boys, and it's very nutritious and it's very tasty at the same time. Well, Lara Bars, as I was combing through, I think it was Amazon where I saw it. It's very similar, right? To have all the good nutrition in there with all the bad chemicals being involved. And I noticed that there was a few additional pictures in their listing on Amazon, which contained books. Now, I love books. My wife loves books. My daughter loves books. We have so many books. We could probably, you ever seen those movies where, the guy walks into the library and it's like these walls of books? Sometimes there's even that ladder so they can reach the books way up on the top. And we could do that with a couple of rooms in our home. Anyway, and I immediately paused as I scanned. It was just, I literally just, it was like a thumb scrolling stop. And I paused to look at the pictures, and, there were titles like Big Magic and Fortune Favors the Bold. Now, imagine you're looking at these bars for the first time, much like, not knowing Applebee's and watching the show Goliath, and you're not sure what you're going to order. And then you see maybe one of your favorite titles, or a very intriguing title like Fortune Favors the Bold. Are you more or less likely to click on that item and potentially order it? What if you saw something, maybe you saw the other title, which in this case literally was Big Magic. Do you think they might taste like Big Magic? Trust me, when you look at these marketing pictures, online or offline for that matter, they're not random. Well, most of the time they're not. I grew up my corporate career in marketing, and they're selected. And this got me thinking, what if you placed your information product, say, on a stack of related books? There could be classics in your niche, right? Meaning books that everyone knows and respects. Or these could be titles that could give that subtle push in the right direction, right? Like the ones I just mentioned here with the Lara Bars. Think about it. Why haven't we been doing this all the time? We see it all the time in the movies. It seems like a no-brainer idea. Let's say you have a book or a course. We were talking about courses, right? Or some sort of information product about, making money online, becoming rich, right? Now, you could either create a physical copy of it or have it made, or just create a good picture of it. We've all seen, those 3D renderings of our course products, right? You might create a course that, maybe you have a course that's 100% digitally delivered, like we talked about in the 14 steps in the 3 previous episodes, but create that graphic of it, right? That 3D rendering of it. Or, have a book jacket made and have it put over a book, and you can really hold the product in your hands. Now, here's what I want you to do with that. Take that, either the rendering or the actual physical representation of it, and place it on a stack of titles like Think and Grow Rich, or Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or how about The Millionaire Next Door? Do you think your Make Money Online product might get a little elevation in status as a result? Yeah, your book or your course is now literally awesome by association because of the company it keeps. You're not making any assertions, no, right? Right? Maybe you add yet another book title. You could have the stacks and maybe just the spines are showing and then yours is standing up to show the full front. But maybe you could add a couple of other titles like Just Do It. Maybe you even use the Fortune Favors the Bold. Yeah. And try different variations and test to see which one works best, because I guarantee you this is going to increase your sales at least a bit. All right, let me drop one other idea here for you. If you're charging significant money, and I say significant money, we could be talking $397, $497, right? You could always give away those other books that you use in the picture as bonuses to every one of the customers, wherever Amazon Prime goes or whatever platform you're going to use to ship those books. Maybe you pick out $50 worth of books and send them with your $497 course. Test that out and see how much that increases your sales. Now, here's the key, though. You have to remember to choose books that complement your course. Please do not use books that do not complement your course. That's very important, right? I think so many times we get a great idea and we're like, oh, he said use great books, and you use books that really aren't adjacent to your course, right? Let's go back to it, right? Let's say your course covers steps that include building residual income, because we talked about making money online and becoming rich, right? So your course, inside of it, one of the key things is building residual income. Well, then using a book like Rich Dad, Poor Dad makes perfect sense, because he talks about the power of residual income in his book, but doesn't specifically tell you how to do it. Now, your course goes into some of those specific steps. So now those two complement each other perfectly. You get me? All right. And again, you could also use your picture as a way to say, here, I'm going to give you this $50 worth of books, maybe even $75 worth of books, whatever. I mean, you could even reach out to some suppliers and potentially find a discounted rate saying, hey, I want 25 copies, I want 100 copies, whatever it is, in advance, and get a discount. I'm not sure how much that juice will be worth the squeeze, but it's certainly something to look into. All right, so there you have it. Get out there. Create your course. All right. I gave you the 14 steps how to create your course. Now here's another way to make your course stand out and use in your marketing, right? Find some ancillary, some complementary. Is that a real word? I don't know. Yeah, no one's going to tell me. Anyway, find some complementary books and then stack your book on top of that. And again, that second idea is potentially use those as a part of a free giveaway. Or maybe you have this big stack of books and you say, hey, every person that buys my courses could be entered into a giveaway for this stack of books, or maybe three of the winner. There'll be 3 winners to give away these stack of books. So now you have to do it for everyone. Now, again, if you're doing a $497 course and you've did all the work, certainly easy enough to give $50 worth of books out to every one of your new students and push the benefits of both sides. You're creating the residual income and they tell you the benefits of residual income. That will help them get through your course. All right, that's all we got here for this quick hit. I just wanted to jump on here and give you a nice quick little shot, a little boost in the morning, a little energy to get you going, a little idea. Get those juices flowing around in your head. So in the meantime, you get out there, you run your race, you get your results, and then let me hear about them. Seriously, I want to hear your results. You can email me at tracy@darkhorseschooling.com. Tell me the tips or ideas you came away with, how you put them into place, and the results that you got. Who knows? Might even bring you up here and let you share the microphone. Until next time, think successfully and take action. Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
And you know this!
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.